Good morning. Today is the 14th of May and the year is 2016. Coming to you live from Tainan, Taiwan. I'm going to express to you some feelings that I've had this morning that have come to me concerning sharing and the internet information and the importance of it. So, I'll set the scene. Somebody very dear to me linked a video to me titled, what's it called? Forbidden Cures of Cancer? Cancer's Forbidden Cures. Very beautiful. And I thought, yes, okay, I will watch that. That sounds interesting. And it was 3 AM in the morning. I awoke, I saved it for later, and I thought I'm going to watch a little bit of that video and see how it is. And I watched all of it and have become thoroughly inspired and set back on track in terms of truth delivery and distribution. Now, 100 years ago, if a man in the town next to my town had the perfect cure for my ailment, but I never managed to go to that town for any reason, and never talked to anybody who did, I would never know that that man had exactly what I needed, and I would live all of my life in suffering and wondering if it would ever be possible, or believing perhaps that it would never be possible to cure what ailed me. Now today is 2016. Today, right now, is 2016. Now whether or not this number has any relevance to the colour of the sky or the way you feel today, the life that we're living in right now, that we all share, all of you breathers out there, we're all sharing a time in which we can connect instantly through the internet. We can share information across vast distances at the click of a finger. Now 100 years ago, the word click would never be used to describe a finger action, or, well, I guess it would be, really, wouldn't it? By the click of a finger, and I can send this video to 100 people or more. To 100 people and more. Or less, or one. The point being that extremely important information is no longer as easily suppressed. But it is still suppressed. And you know who suppresses it the most now? Us, ourselves. We do it to ourselves. Here is where I ask you a very important question. Is it still justifiable to kill and eat animals? No. Is it justifiable to use the internet? Yes. Why is it justifiable? How can we justify it? Well, if somebody is struggling and we have key information that can help them in their struggle to overcome their obstacle, then if we have the vehicle to transfer the information, we are obligated to do so. Morally, if we recognize the need, see a need, fill a need, you know, you saw that movie, I saw that movie, we all saw that movie. See somewhere where your jigsaw puzzle fits, your piece fits, you put your piece in that hole and you fill that gap. So, a lot of people these days, myself included sometimes, have this stigma attached to the internet because social media takes over the internet, and we use the internet for things like sharing cats and dogs and watching bullshit misinformation videos and keeping up on totally benign information about people whose lives don't matter to you or me or the cat down the road. Now, the way that we can combat that is to be discerning, finding the truth, seeking the truth, always seeking the truth, and finding excellent content that contains the truth and sharing it with others and being serious about it. The way that the internet has been used is amazing. There is a great potentiality, because there is great power in the internet, obviously there's a responsibility to act yada yada yada. but there is also the possibility of misuse, right? So that's why you have all the terrible things on the internet too, because people will do with it what they would do with anything that they have control over. And there's the potentiality for deviance, etc. But yes, our obligation, our onus, the onus is on us to use the tool for its best possible purpose, right? You understand what I'm saying here? It's early in the morning, and so these ideas are very, yes. If you follow what I'm saying, then you are an excellent navigator. Well, you don't really have to navigate, you just got to sit back, relax, and allow the information to enter, and then when it sparks something in you, allow yourself to pass that information on, because if you don't, you will hold the information and believe yourself to be more because of what you hold. And this is very common. It's very common. I've obviously done that before, as that's how I'm familiar with the idea. And I'm drifting ever so slowly, or not slowly, away from my initial point, which I will now refocus on. It's very important that you share important information on the internet, because we are children of the internet. If you are anything like me, you grew up with the internet. You grew up on the internet, and you can use it. You know how to use it to your advantage and to the advantage of others, of people. It's very easy to learn things, and then when you keep all of that information inside, forget that everyone else doesn't know what you know. And you just think, of course everyone knows what I know. That's why you get upset when other people think it's still okay to eat animals, because they don't know what I know. They don't know what you know. So you have to share your information with them, otherwise we're not all on the same page. So, if you think that cancer is an incurable, perplexing, mysterious disease from the gates of hell, and that God has thrust upon us and we have no refuse, no course of action, then you are just missing certain information. This information is available. And if I come across this information, which I have just done, I'm going to share it with you, which I will do now. I'm going to put a screenshot at the end of this video of the page on YouTube that you can go to, and a link below in the description, and educate yourself. The video goes for an hour and a half, so it's about as long as a short motion picture that you would pay money to watch and have you would have some gain from it, because everything has meaning. But it is super duper important that you watch this video, because you'll see. You will literally see. That'll do. This is too long. So share this video with your friends so that they can use my recommendation as justification to invest their meaning in this video, because it's also all too easy to dismiss things now that the internet has bombarded us with things. Because we have to be discerning, we have to dismiss things. And so it's very easy to use our dismissing function erroneously. I hope that's a word. I don't mind if it's not. Don't dismiss this video. If you dismiss this video, at least don't dismiss this other video. Check it out. Thanks for... Yep.